a Lamar Jackson fan. I think he's one of the great quarterbacks in the NFL. And I've been saying for over a year, he needs to get paid. He needs his contract. He needs an agent, a good agent, to get him the right contract. And I've suggested that the Ravens offer to pay the fee, because I think at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson doesn't have an agent because he doesn't want to write that check. That's the Richard Sherman, Russell Okung approach. They resent the idea of having to write a check every year for that 1%, 2%, 3%. If it just came out of your game checks, you wouldn't notice it like taxes. You notice this because you got to write the check. What am I paying for here? What am I really paying for? What did you do? You made a few phone calls. It's easy to undermine and downplay what a good agent does. A good agent puts you in position to get your contract. Good agent knows the market, and it's not that much in the grand scheme of things until it's time to write the check. Then it's a lot. 1% of 40 million is $400,000, I think. Yes, it's $400,000. That's a big check to write. Big check to write. So I say all that because over the weekend, someone noticed that Lamar Jackson had changed both his Twitter profile and Instagram profile to include what turned out to be an image from the movie How High. A guy had a grill that says, "I need money." So it's focused on those metal teeth saying, "I need money." At a time when Lamar Jackson is supposedly negotiating with the Ravens on his own, he posts that message. And then when he's asked about it at his youth fun day, 4th annual Lamar Jackson fun day, he's asked about it by a reporter. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would anyone think, what? Come on, Lamar, come on. And this is a general admonition to all professional athletes and celebrities out there. We know you want attention, and that's fine. It's fine to want attention, but don't act like we're dumb. Don't. Well, why would they think that? Why would anyone think that it's a message to the Ravens when I post, "I need money" on my social media pages? Why would anyone think it's a message to my current employer, the one that has been trying to give me money for more than a year and that I have been holding off, but now all of a sudden I'm at the table and coincidentally check my Twitter and Instagram profile for the message, "I need money"? There have been several athletes over the years where I've made this point. Hey, everybody, look at me. What the hell are you looking at? Wanting attention on their own terms, reserving the right to say they are wrong to give me this attention because I don't want this attention. It's fine. You got the right to do it, but we have the right to react to it. We have the right to say, this is kind of stupid. This is kind of childish. You either lack self-awareness or you're just trolling us. So either Lamar Jackson lacks the self-awareness to realize the connection between changing his social media profiles to the message, "I need money," and reasonable people looking at it saying that must be a message to the Ravens, or at a minimum, is it a message? Raising the question, is it a message? So don't act like we're being unreasonable. It's a reasonable reaction, Lamar. So either there's no self-awareness or it's just trolling. Kind of like he did when Hollywood Brown got traded and he reacted on social media like it was news to him when it wasn't news to him. Again, people can tweet whatever they want. They can put whatever they want on their profile, but the rest of us are going to react to it. That's how it goes. That's one of the bags you carry when you are a high-profile NFL player. Don't act surprised that people react to anything you say and do, especially when the message is, "I need money." He also said that he hopes to have his new contract by the time training camp opens. He says that a holdout isn't on his mind. It shouldn't be on his mind. Look, the team's ready to pay him. The problem is, when it's time to sit down and talk, you're trying to speak the same language here. And the problem is sometimes difficult things need to be said by the player on behalf of the player or by the team on behalf of the team. And when the messages are being communicated directly between player and team, that can get dicey. The player can come off looking like he thinks too much of himself. Well, somebody's got to stand up and make his case. Somebody's got to say he's great, that he deserves more than Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun Watson can get a 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract with 24 pending allegations of sexual misconduct during massages. Lamar Jackson, who's never done anything that anyone can question and is an MVP, how is that not the starting point for his conversation? See, it's one thing for Lamar to say it. It's another thing for an agent to say it on his behalf. And I remember a few weeks ago when Lamar Jackson spoke at the team's mandatory minicamp and said, those other guys don't matter. I'm me. No, those other guys do matter. That's how the market's determined. Don't say that, because the team's going to want to say, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Nobody's doing that anymore. Oh, the market's changed. No, bullcrap. The market is what the market is. Josh Allen raised the bar. Dak Prescott raised the bar. Deshaun Watson raised the bar. Lamar Jackson raises the bar because Lamar Jackson is worth it. He needs an agent to make that case for him. It's been awkward. It's been messy. We'll see where it goes from here. And there's a risk. And look, whatever, this is the other side of it too, for the Ravens and for Jackson. That contract's going to be scrutinized heavily scrutinized. What kind of deal was done here? Was it a good deal? Does it advance the cause for other quarterbacks that are going to be looking for contracts? Russell Wilson's going to set a new bar at some point. Joe Burrow is going to be looking to set a new bar. There's going to be a stream of guys every year. So where's Lamar Jackson fit? Is he going to be an outlier, an aberration because his deal's so bad? Or is he going to be in line with what everyone else has done? That's why Steve Bisciotti was one of the first owners to publicly bellyache about the Deshaun Watson contract. He knew what it meant for him. He's got a quarterback who's injury prone because of the way he plays the position, and now he's going to have to tie up 5 years of guaranteed money for that quarterback. And I know that every player wants all contracts to be fully guaranteed. And for the first round picks now, 1 through 32, the 4 years are fully guaranteed. But when you start down the road of fully guaranteeing veteran contracts, you know what that leads to? That leads to a world where teams are carrying on their books and on their salary cap guys who aren't getting it done anymore, guys who may not be starting, guys who may not be on the team. So the guys who are playing, there's less money for them. And look, my general position on the salary cap is it's for the team to figure it out. But if you're going to do a 5-year fully guaranteed contract for a guy who may end up playing 3 years and then not be good enough anymore because of an accumulation of injuries, and he's still getting paid, makes it hard to pay the guys who are out there getting it done. So it's one of the challenges of the Lamar Jackson contract. Will he get 5 years fully guaranteed? He should. Will he? We'll see.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.